Hello, boys and girls. I'm here to read a book for you tonight. But before we get started, I'll introduce a couple of my friends. This is little Ann. She's sitting here on the chair with me. And we got Kai down here on the floor. He's taking a nap in one of his favorite spots. So the book that we're going to read is Little Red Writing. And it's a wonderful book, one of my favorites. Once upon a time in pencil school, a teacher named Mrs. Two told her class, "Today we're going to write a story." "Yippee," said the birthday pencil. "Slammin'," said the basketball pencil. "Sharp," said Little Red. "I want to write a happy story," said the birthday pencil. "I'm going to do a nonfiction story about the great state of Pennsylvania," said the state pencil. That's pretty punny. "I'll write about sports," said the basketball pencil. "I want to write a story about bravery because red is the color of courage. But what would a brave pencil do?" wondered Little Red. "Go on a journey through the school. Meet unusual characters. Fight evil. Save the day." Miss Two gave Little Red a basket of 15 red words to use in case she ran into trouble. "Remember, it's okay to wander a little, but stick to your basic story path so you don't get lost." "Okie dokie," said Little Red. Little Red opened her notebook and began. Once there was a brave red pencil who went on a journey. As she walked along, "Walking is boring," decided Little Red. She wanted her story to be exciting. She went to the gym and was quickly drawn into action. She bounced, she boogied, then she cartwheeled right off on the page and into a deep, dark, descriptive forest. There's a lot to take in there. Description adds pizzazz to any story, but Little Red was bogged down, hindered, lost. She reached into her word basket for help. "Aha! Scissors! I need to cut through all this description and stick to the story path." "Need help sticking to your story path? Well, you've come to the right place, pencil," said a voice from the supply closet. "'Cause I'm full of words that have stick-to-itiveness. They'll stick up for you and stick by you, but they aren't stuck up like that tape guy down there." Little Red squeezed the bottle. Too many glue words came out. So that is how she found herself writing a sentence that would not end, but just kept on going and running on and on, although it had no purpose. Yet it would not get out of her story or say anything important, so she was glad when helpful word arrived. Suddenly, and it brought some friends. The adverb truck. Suddenly, abruptly, surprisingly, she heard a strange sound, which she decided required all capitals and rather large punctuation. It was the middle of her story where something exciting should happen, and it did. That growly sound chased her. Abandoning all rules of punctuation and sentence structure in her panic, to escape, Little Red began running on and on and on. She grabbed random nouns from her word, basket tossing them out to fill up the chasm of blank spaces, nothingness, which was all that stood between her and the grrr, then hooray, and finally the last page was full and she could leave the horrid sound behind and to go. The next page. But as the page turned, Little Red couldn't help noticing a long, tangly disappear around the corner. Was that tale up to no good? A truly brave pencil would follow it to find out, she thought. She decided to tail that tail and wound up trailing it around an entire page of the story. Eventually, it led her all the way to the next page and went into... the principal's office. Principal Granny's office. Pencil school rules. When in doubt, see something, say something, help others. Little Red knocked on the door. Come in, said a growly voice. Greetings, little pencil. Great to see you, said Principal Granny. Little Red was suspicious. I'd like to report a growly voice. You know what? It sounded kind of like yours, said Little Red. The better to be heard on the school intercom, said Principal Granny. I'd also like to report that I saw a long, tangly tail. I can't help noticing you have a long, tangly tail too, said Little Red. The better to get charged up for my school duties when my batteries are running low, said Principal Granny. I'd also like to report I've just noticed that you have big, sharp teeth, have you? Said Little Red. The better to chomp little pencils like you and grind them up, growled little Principal Granny, who in reality was... the Wolf 3000, the grumpiest, growliest, grindiest pencil sharpener ever made. Whoa. Just as the Wolf 3000 began to chase Little Red, in walked Mr. Woodcutter, the janitor. Who made this mess? Help, cried Little Red. I think the Wolf 3000 has sharpened Principal Granny to smithereens. Mr. Woodcutter fainted. It was up to Little Red to stop the Wolf 3000's rampage. She reached into her word basket. There was only one red noun left. Would it do the trick? She took aim and threw... dynamite! Kablooey! Whew, that was a close shave. Good thing that brave little pencil came along to save the day, said Mr. Woodcutter. Luckily, Principal Granny was all right, though her life had been somewhat shortened by her experience with the Wolf 3000. I wasn't really brave, I was scared, said Little Red. Even heroes get scared, but they do brave deeds anyway. You're a hero in my book, replied Principal Granny. Little Red zoomed back to her classroom just in time to hear the other pencils share the stories they had written. And that's the story of the happiest birthday party ever. The Adventures of the Wright Brothers. The artist challenged them to a draw. The principal patient for a pencil with an eraser was issued in Philadelphia. He was very tall. Then Pencil, Gretel, and ate all the candy. We wrote a story together using teamwork. Get a grip, said the pencil. Once there was a brave red pencil. Then it was her turn. Good job, Little Red. Right on, Miss Two. The end. And, just so you know, National Pencil Day is March 30th. So, yay.